Evelyn Brown had always felt like a shadow in a world full of vibrant colours. Growing up in the cold, uninviting halls of St Mary's Orphanage, she learned early on that life could be unforgiving. The other children would often whisper about their dreams, but for Evelyn, dreams felt like distant stars, beautiful yet unattainable. She spent her days sketching in the margins of her worn-out notebooks, pouring her heart into designs that would never see the light of day. As she approached her 18th birthday, the reality of her situation became painfully clear. Her adoptive family, the Johnsons, had taken her in when she was just a child, but they had never truly embraced her as one of their own. Instead, they saw her as an obligation, a burden to be managed. When Mr. Johnson announced her arranged marriage to Ethan Williams, a man notorious for his reckless behaviour and bad reputation, Evelyn felt her world shatter. "You should consider yourself lucky, Evelyn," Mrs. Johnson had said with a dismissive wave of her hand. "Ethan will take care of you. You'll never have to worry about a thing again." But Evelyn knew better. She had seen the way Ethan treated others, his temper, his arrogance. The thought of spending her life with him filled her with dread. "I can't marry him," she pleaded, her voice trembling. "I don't even know him." "Enough!" Mr. Johnson's voice thundered through the room. "This is not a discussion. You will marry Ethan, and you will make us proud." As the wedding day loomed closer, Evelyn felt trapped in a nightmare. It was during this dark time that fate intervened. One evening, while walking home from the market, she stumbled upon a charity gala hosted by the city's elite. Drawn in by the dazzling lights and laughter, she hesitated at the entrance, feeling out of place among the glamorous guests. It was there that she met Eric Miller, the CEO of a powerful fashion company. Tall, confident and charismatic, Eric exuded an aura of warmth that instantly put her at ease. They struck up a conversation, and for the first time in a long while, Evelyn felt seen. As they talked, she discovered they shared a passion for art and creativity. "I've always admired fashion," Evelyn confessed, her cheeks flushing, "but I've never had the chance to pursue it." "Why not?" "Everyone deserves to follow their dreams," Eric replied, his eyes sparkling with encouragement. In that moment, something shifted within Evelyn. She realised she had a choice. With each laugh and shared story, her heart began to rebel against the life that had been imposed upon her. The days leading up to her wedding were a whirlwind of emotions. Evelyn found herself drawn back to the gala, hoping to see Eric again. When she did, their connection deepened, transforming from a fleeting encounter to a blossoming romance. Eric encouraged her to explore her talent for design, and he offered to help her take the first steps toward building a career in fashion. Finally, on the morning of her wedding to Ethan, Evelyn made a decision that would change her life forever. With a heavy heart but newfound courage, she called Eric. "I can't go through with this," she confessed, her voice shaking. "I want to follow my dreams, and I want to be with you." "Meet me at the cafe on Fifth Avenue," Eric replied, his voice steady. "We can figure this out together." With her heart racing, Evelyn slipped away from the wedding venue, leaving behind the life that had been chosen for her. As she entered the cafe, the scent of freshly brewed coffee filled the air, but all she could focus on was the man sitting at the corner table, his smile illuminating the dimly lit room. Evelyn and Eric quickly became inseparable. He introduced her to influential figures in the fashion industry, and with his support, she began sketching designs and creating her own pieces. Inspired by her experiences and the struggles of others like her, she launched her own fashion line, Elysian Threads. As her designs gained traction, Evelyn found herself immersed in a world she had only dreamed of. Her talent blossomed, and she poured her heart and soul into every creation, evoking emotion and storytelling through fabric. The fashion community embraced her unique vision, and soon Elysian Threads was making waves. But not everyone was pleased with Evelyn's success. Mary Smith, Evelyn's biological daughter, who had been raised in luxury by a wealthy couple, became consumed by jealousy. She had always been the centre of attention, and the thought of her mother finding happiness and success without her infuriated her. Determined to ruin Evelyn's newfound happiness, Mary devised a plan to sabotage her relationship with Eric. She spread rumours about Evelyn's past and tried to undermine her credibility in the fashion industry. However, instead of driving a wedge between them, Eric stood firmly by Evelyn's side, believing in her talent and integrity. As the fashion world began to recognise Evelyn's work, Mary grew desperate. In a twisted attempt to frame her mother, Mary claimed that Evelyn had been involved in a car accident that endangered her adoptive parents. The news spread like wildfire, tarnishing Evelyn's reputation overnight. Evelyn was devastated. "How could she do this?" she whispered to Eric one night, tears streaming down her cheeks. "I've worked so hard to build my life, and now it's all falling apart." "Don't let her win," Eric urged gently. "We'll clear your name and prove your innocence. You have to focus on your designs and the upcoming Edgerton Fashion Design Competition. This is your chance to show the world who you truly are." Fueled by determination and the support of Eric, Evelyn poured herself into her work. With each stitch and design, she channeled her pain into something beautiful, creating pieces that resonated with her audience. As the competition approached, her collection reflected her journey, adversity, finding love, and embracing her true self. The night of the Edgerton Fashion Design Competition arrived, and the atmosphere buzzed with anticipation. As models walked the runway, showcasing her designs, Evelyn felt a surge of pride. The audience was captivated, and she could see the respect and admiration in their eyes. When the judges announced the winner, Evelyn's heart raced, and the Edgerton Fashion Design Competition winner is Evelyn Brown of Elysian Threads. The applause erupted, and she felt a wave of validation wash over her. With her success came newfound freedom. Evelyn decided to publicly announce her separation from her adoptive family, declaring that she would no longer be associated with those who had tried to control her life. In a heartfelt statement, she spoke about her journey, her struggles, and her triumphs. The truth about Mary's attempt to frame her was revealed, and the community rallied behind Evelyn, recognizing her talent and resilience. As the dust settled, she felt a weight lift from her shoulders. She had finally broken free from the chains of her past. Through it all, Eric remained a steadfast presence in Evelyn's life. Their relationship flourished, built on mutual respect and admiration. They collaborated on projects, merging their visions and talents, creating a fashion empire that resonated with authenticity. As they stood together at the opening of Elysian Threads' flagship store, Evelyn reflected on her journey. "I never thought I could have all of this," she said, her eyes shining with gratitude. "You believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. I'll always believe in you, Evelyn, Eric replied, taking her hands in his. You are more than just a designer. You're a force to be reckoned with. Evelyn Brown had transformed her life from one of hardship to one of success and fulfillment. With her talent recognized and her heart full of love, she had crafted a new destiny, one that was woven with resilience, creativity, and a deep appreciation for the journey that had brought her here. As she looked out at the bustling city from her office window, she smiled. The past had shaped her, but it no longer defined her. With Eric by her side and Elysian threads thriving, the future was bright and the possibilities were endless. In the world of fashion and beyond, Evelyn had found her voice, her purpose, and a love that would last a lifetime. And in that moment, she knew she had truly come home.